Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. And salutation and much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. And this is the brother Ash.
Brother Quam.
And we're the brothers from Great Millstone Tampa Church, and we're just here to do another in transit. Lord's willing, is edifying. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Job 14. I'm going to start at verse 4. The point is 5. It says, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
So the Lord has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So the Lord has an exact day, exact hour, exact minute, an exact second where Esau's kingdom is going to end. And the kingdom of Israel is going to begin. Okay, so like the brother, brother said earlier, his days are appointed, man. Esau's days are appointed. All right, meaning like if you got an appointment at 11 o'clock, that means you need to be there at 11 o'clock. So just like Esau's days are appointed to such and such day, well, guess what? That's when it's going to happen. That's when the end of his kingdom is going to come.
That's right. I got something for y'all. Job 20 and 4. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment?
Yep. So the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. The triumphing of the wicked, which is who Esau, Edom, is short compared to the everlasting kingdom that Israel is about to receive. This is all these kingdoms, they've been but short rulerships, man, really. In the eyes of the Lord, Esau ruled for 500 years as the Greeks and the Romans, and then he's been ruling for another just over 500 years. So one day to the Lord, and we're gonna have an everlasting kingdom. So really, one day compared to eternity is nothing. 1,000 years compared to eternity, that's not even comparable. It's like a drop, a spit droplet that you can't even see compared to the ocean.
Real quick, that's why King David said, I was foolish to envy the wicked.
Yep.
Because ultimately, our blessing is going to start with being saved. But once we save, we're going to be changed, bro. Nobody has never tasted immortality. Nobody has never had the feeling of being mortal.
And knowing that kingdom will never be stopped.
Right.
They thought, they were fooled. Right. Their pride deceived them, thinking that nobody could bring them down. Well, look, we're going to know that nobody could bring us down. Right. So like your brother just said, man, nobody's experienced that before.
Right. This is Job 20 verse 6. Though his excellency mount up to heaven, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung.
So like right when you finish taking a shit, what do? You flush it down the toilet, never to be seen again. Nobody goes looking for the turd. You just flush down the toilet. Nobody cares. You forget about it. You're not thinking about that shit two hours later. That's how Esau's kingdom's gonna be, man. It's gonna be like we're gonna have to really show our kids like holograms for them to believe it.
Right.
Even though they know we're not lying to them, but it's gonna be so far fetched.
This man,
the one. Is this the man?
It says, they which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream.
So like when you wake up, in the morning or the middle of the night, you almost instantly forget about your dream. That's how Esau's gonna be, man. Nobody's gonna care or even give two thoughts about his ass, man. And rightfully so. He gonna, like Esau's in the movies, he'll be like, I'm gonna erase you from history. Well, shit, the Lord's finna erase you from history. Nobody's gonna be thinking about you, man.
That's right. It says, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Mm-hmm. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more. Neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods.
Yeah, but that's what's happening now. The children, they're trying to please the poor, trying to give you reparations and this and that, trying to give you food stamps and all this shit. But ultimately, hey, they're gonna restore our shit. Fuck trying to help us out with this and that. No, you're gonna restore what you stole from us.
Right.
Beginning with our heritage. All right.
That's right.
That's the main theft that you committed on this planet. fuck the lands and this and that. You know, you stole our heritage, man. The audacity of this devil. And then he got the balls to say, tell us that and here it is, we woke up to the truth and found out that he stole from us.
Yeah.
And he got the audacity to continue to keep that lie going.
Yeah.
Like, we caught this man red-handed, and he still say, nah, it's like that one song, it wasn't me. She caught me red-handed, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
That's the spirit of the devil, man.
Yeah,
He'll deny it till he dies, man. He'll take he'll die, you know, he'll take the light to the grave with him, man.
I got you.
But what? Through his pride, man.
I got you. This is Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him.
Yeah.
But the just shall live by his faith.
So the soul in Esau Edom is not right. Yeah, exactly. And nothing you can do, nothing you can tell him, show him, that's gonna make him right. Like I said, he's the real can't get right.
That's right. This is Job 18 verse 5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him.
Yeah, that's symbolically for the you know, yeah, exactly. The light that Esau has, which is the knowledge, all that's gonna be put out, man.
That's right. That's right. Verse 7. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down.
His own counsel shall cast him down. That's why the scriptures say that his own tongue shall fall upon him. And look, who the whistleblowers and this and that, that's their own people. And ultimately, Esau's going to take down Esau via thermonuclear missiles, man, mainly because Russia and the EU, those are going to be the ones leading the charge against America. And this is America's the height of Esau Edom's kingdom, man.
Right.
The land of Uz, you know, a chief city, Babylon the Great.
That's right. That's why in Revelation 17 it says the beast, you know, shall these 10 horns which thou sawest, it shall eat the horde, you know. Okay, it shall make her desolate and burn her with fire. You know, what is that ultimate fire? How can a whole America, all right, be burnt with fire, man? It has to be a fire that's unquenchable, which is by what? Thermonuclear missiles.
A fire that hasn't been seen before.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Which is a second death. You know, that's written about. That's right in the book of 2 Peter. So it's bro. You're coming to your demise. You know?
You know, like they have the doomsday clock. Well, the Lord got a clock on you too, shit,
right,
and it's ticking, and it ain't got much time left for it.
That's right, brother. That's right. This is the book. I got a piece for you. Job 5. I'm gonna start verse 11. The point is 12. Verse 11. Job 5 and 11. To set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety. And what is that exalting to safety? Is ultimately the chariots, man. You know, getting beamed up. You know, hearing that voice in the Revelations, it says, I heard a voice say, come up hither. You know, that's us escaping the wrath to come. And it's already predestined. You know, it's not like you can make yourself a part of this, man. The Lord has to be dealing with you, you know? So we're going to be exalted to safety, man. And that's why Esau, he has to come out, and he got to come out the closet and be like, yeah, man, yeah, the UFOs, yeah, they are the chariots. Okay?
Yeah, because, I mean, really that's part of his agenda too, because now he wants to, finally, after years, decades of people citing him, now he wants to introduce them so he can set the narrative. Set them as the boogeyman, right, you know? Right. When really that's the salvation of Israel. Because the majority of our people are gonna think those are green goblins or grays or ant-looking aliens. Like, come on, man. But that's the narrative that Esau has set up.
That's right.
You know, through his movies and through what he's gonna push out on the media.
That's right.
You know?
And that's that witchcraft that's written about in Nahum. That mistress of witchcraft, man. That selleth nations in a whoredom. You know, you sold the whole nation of Israel by your whoredoms, man. You know, your philosophies. You came over here with Christopher Cologne with the philosophy of Christianity, man. Going all the way back to before the 1619, before that, man. 1500s to 1400s. So-called Negroes was here. You know, okay, because you were putting the natives to death so much that you needed to go get the Southern Kingdom. But you gotta pay for that, and that's why the scriptures say. Matter of fact, can I get that for you? Pop the shot. Sit down.
This nigga. This guy.
Oh yeah, bro. Out, bro. Yeah. And that's why
that's the pride of Esau. Look at him. Yeah.
That's why the Lord needs to come back, bro. Because this dude is losing it. the book of let me just go to it. It ain't coming up. Ezekiel 35. Because this devil don't hate blood, man. He drinks. He's drinking our blood right now. Underground. You know, Elder Apostle Rumlock just did a live session. It was titled "The Future Is Here," and he was like, it led him to think that you elites, because usually they'll have meetings. You know, they'll be seen. You know, interviews. But he was like, it brought him to think that you elites are underground because you're waiting to be that rising phoenix. You know, you're raising to come out, raising out of the ashes, man. And the scriptures prophesy, go down to the, you know, to your sorcerers, because it's thy terribleness have deceived thee. It's not going to work, you know. Ezekiel 35. Yep, Ezekiel 35, verse 6, right to it. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. You know? So your own blood, you know, the own people that you are confederate with, you know, that you have since the womb, you know, you've been a liar, you know, you established, all right, these places off of lies. You made lies your habitation. Guess what? These same nations are going to wake up off of that spell through the spirit of power you have with shot, being your allies and annihilate you, man, with thermonuclear missiles.
And ultimately, that blood that's pursuing him is the blood of the Israelites that he shed, not only, well, mainly here in America, but that he shed through the whole earth.
That's right.
Israelite blood has shed through the four corners of the earth at the hands of Esau. What is that, numbers? You got the numbers?
I get it. I got you, bro.
Because like what you just read, that the blood's going to pursue him. Well, this is the main blood that's pursuing him, crying out to the Lord. Just like the blood of Abel was crying out after Cain killed him. Well, guess what? Now the blood of Israel is crying out because of Esau, which is, you know, the same spirit's back.
Nothing new under the sun. You know, Cain killed Abel, and what Esau said, well, I will surely slay my brother.
He's killing us to this day,
right
shit.
Now.
You know, go ahead though.
Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are. For blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Okay.
So that's why Revelation 13 says what it says. He that leads to captivity shall go to captivity. Right. He that killeth the sword shall be killed with the sword. Now it's time for the tables to be turned on Esau, right. And those days are coming. All right, because the blood that you shed, now those are going to be the same ones that shed your blood.
That's right, bro. I got something for you. Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And Yahweh, thy power, will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And we're getting persecuted to this day, all the way until when ultimately the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, the elites, all right, they're going to issue out orders, okay, to come get the man of the Lord, because they don't give they two shits, okay, about majority of the people getting chipped, man. They want the elect chipped, and that's what this is about. Okay, it's about the elites on the right hand side against the elites on the left hand side.
And really, what Esau wants, what he can't have, but hasn't. Here, because remember the Isaac, which was the Lord, if you receive it, he promised that Esau the fatness of the earth and the dew from heaven, meaning the whole things of the earth. But the only thing that wasn't promised unto him was the elect. So he can't deceive them, like the scripture say. If it were very possible, he would be able to deceive us, but it wasn't given unto him. So that's the only thing that he wants right now, because he has everything. He got the 2/3. They're ready to take the chip, you know. But he can't get the elect, and that's what he wants, you know.
Man, that's shit pop. Going back to Job 5 and 12, I'm sorry, verse 11, to set up on high those that be low. And the scriptures say what? What did Yahushua prophesied concerning his elect? That the meek shall inherit the earth, man. The same men out there that's risking their lives, okay, losing their lives, guess what? They're going to save it, man. When the return of Yahushua come, what? It shall not appear what we shall be, but we're going to be changed just like him.
Yeah, it does not yet appear what we shall be.
That's right, man. You know, and that's going to be our reward.
That's why Esau can't get us, because he can't just look at somebody and say, oh, that's the elect. Because first of all, he's not a spiritual man, but second of all, because it don't appear what we're going to be yet. So you can't, even amongst the guys teaching, you know, the amongst Israel that's teaching Israelites, he still can't tell who's the elect. Because there's so many, you know, he can't put his finger on it.
right. You gonna get and you already lost. Because you can't, but the Lord knows the number of every hair on every man's head.
Exactly.
You know? So
how much more his elect?
come on, man. You through. Job 5:11, to set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety. Verse 12, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. So what his ultimate plan is to have everybody chip. Well, guess what? The Most High Yahweh Shai said in the fullness of his sufficiency. Why? Because the Most High already prophesied that you were going to be you were going to do these things, man. That's why it said the things that are written aforetime were for our learning. To learn what? To fear the Lord. And that's something that you devils can never obtain, the fear of Yahweh Shai. The scriptures say the fool have said in his heart that there is no God. So you're going to ultimately fulfill prophecy by being scared, and yet just fight the Lord and still lose. And you know that. But the pride in you, the Lord put the spirit, as it is written in Romans the 9th chapter, all right, for this same purpose as it is fulfilled for the Lord to harden Pharaoh's heart. And you are the modern day Pharaoh. So the Lord hardened you devil's heart just so he can perform his power, man. So he can show his great power. That his counsel shall stand, man. There'll be many devices in a man's heart, but the counsel of Yahweh Shai, that shall stand. And what is the counsel of the Lord? To remove you devils out of the power seat and put up one that is profitable, man. And that's what's coming, man. Eternal life for the elect in the nation of Israel ruling, man. Light has entered into the world, man. And therefore men have hated darkness. Men have hated light and rather chose darkness, man.
Because they know their deeds are evil.
Their deeds are evil, man. That's right.
You got anything else?
No, you can close out, bro.
And so with that, Lord's willing, this was edifying. I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rafat Kodash. The belongs to the elder apostles, great millstone. The salutation, much love to Yakim out there. Shalom.
That's right.